there's a lot of things that we go through that we can let go or that we know of, but
Yes.
people who don't know you want to
yeah.
hold on to it
Yes.
and act like that's now defining your marriage.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Co-Life, and today we are joined by some amazing guests, the illustrious, the beautiful, the well-known around the world. Give it up for the Curly Coopers.
Hey everybody.
What's up, y'all?
We are so excited to have them with us. They're actually staying at our house and hanging out with us for the week with their kids.
This is our first conversation
It is.
in our house.
Oh,
It is.
special.
You guys are so special.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't wait to
We had to figure it out. I don't know if this is the same type of look, but we're gonna see and we're gonna get into it real quick. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Tell us a little bit about you guys, how you got into YouTube, Instagram, a little bit about your family.
Okay, so I'm Curtis,
And I'm Doana.
and we're the Curly Coopers. I'm mainly here. Doana is the one that made this whole thing possible.
Yeah, so pretty much I started the channel just to give everybody a feel of our family. A lot of people will always ask questions about like our family and our relationship. So I was like, you know what? Why not record it? We're already taking pictures all
And
the
our
time.
hair.
And
as
our hair.
well.
It's not curly right now, so don't judge. Don't come for us. Don't come for us with that. But other than that, it's just pretty much just showing our life to the world.
Yeah, we were talking about just YouTube and how that affects relationships and just understanding like how to keep privacy but also be transparent. We've seen a lot of couples on YouTube break up, or they're not even doing YouTube anymore because it was too hard or it was too difficult on their marriage. You guys have been doing it for 5 years. We've been doing it for 2, and we kind of came up with some things that work for us, but what are some things that are working for you guys?
You have to find that balance. So Curtis is really good about that. You want to?
Yeah, because we've even had videos, especially starting out, you know, like you'll be recording stuff, you're like, oh, we're doing YouTube now. Well, let's go ahead and record. And then you look back and you're like, you got to make sure you stay true to who you are. And also, the good thing about YouTube is, yeah, it's social media, but you don't have to put everything out there.
Like it's understood that you're going to, argue, you're going to not get along on certain things, but everybody doesn't need to see that. That's understood. I think you can be transparent without putting all of your information out there. Like you don't want to show an argument. Like you would never see that on our channel, or us like, saying something to our kids or disciplining our kids. You would never see that because that's embarrassing for them, and then it can be embarrassing for yourself.
There's a lot of things that we go through that we can let go or that we know of, but people who
Oh,
don't know you want to
yeah.
hold on to it
Yes.
and act like that's now defining your marriage.
Yeah.
And it could be something very simple, very small, a little comment, a little look, a little bit, but people will want to assess your entire marriage from that.
Yeah, there's been times where literally people have said something that, maybe Brian said something strong and they're like, oh, that's because he's white. It's like, and so now they have put that in their mindset that because he said it or how he said it because he's white. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And now that's stuck in their head. They're not thinking about anything else.
Yeah. See, and I was going to say that, like, you can put something out there and they're going to rip that apart and just tear it up. And it can be so small. And like you said, like, we don't share certain things, like, even when we were dating with our relatives, because that's something we know we can get over.
Yeah.
But some people will overshare, and then you're expecting us to just forget our feelings about what you said about a person.
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking about that.
I had an issue on Facebook where somebody like took what I said the completely wrong way, but because I think sometimes what happens is because I'm with somebody that's of a different race, they start to think like, oh, is she an elitist? Does she not think this? Does she not think that? I'm like, have you seen any of our videos? Have you seen anything that we talked about? But the problem is they've seen it, but they just care about this one part, and that's not fair. And so deciphering that and making those decisions help us to kind of, okay, what should we share? How should we share it? Which is even bigger.
But I feel like we have to know that there's going to be an element of that regardless. There's going to be a very small portion of haters who just love to pick apart people, and you have to weed through that of what is people just being people or what is us doing too much, right? I feel like we've gotten to a pretty decent balance ourselves. I know we actually talked about this earlier today during breakfast, but do you, for our audience sake, record videos when you're upset with each other?
No. Oh no. Nah. Usually, if we're upset,
There's been instances where we're a little. It depends on like how upset you're talking. Like if it's just something that's just like whatever. But if it's something like we're like really upset, no, because
now we can get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
Everybody picks with each other, but usually be
What?
like,
oh my god.
So if it's something like that, okay, we'll still record because we know, okay, let's let it go. It ain't really nothing, but. Like mad, or usually we're not even to the point of wanting to record at that point.
Don't put a camera in my face.
No, we ain't picking up nothing. I don't care what we got to
Amen.
do. Now, there's only been like less than a handful of times where we're actually like upset with each other. So. Just so y'all know, we ain't like always upset not recording.
Not like that. We're recording everything.
So it's like a less than a handful of times where that's actually happened.
Yeah.
So do you feel though that only recording when you're happy, do you feel like that's being disingenuous? Do you feel like that's not being sincere to your relationship?
I mean, what we try to do is we still talk about it. So even though we didn't record it in the moment, we will still discuss and talk about it. Like, so even though we're in a better spot, you still know that it happened.
When it comes to our balance, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Now we do the same thing though. We talk about those issues. We're very real with what marriage looks like and the challenges we've faced and how we overcome them. But y'all need to see all that.
Oh yeah, this is.
I think there's a way to show that, like you said, in a healthy way, but seeing us have the conversation and how we handle it, that I don't know, sometimes I feel like it could be healthy to show like how we talk to each other, but because there has to be something for us, there has to be something that we keep, and I think those are intimate spaces that we keep, but we also share for times like, hey, we just had this conversation, this would be good to share on YouTube of how we handled it. But to do it like right in front, and it's like an audience watching, it's like, that's something that we would want to do for a later time. And like you said, there are situations, like the ones that we talked about, which we would want to share, but we want to share in a way that we have our privacy, but we also want to share it for later time. Be like, that was something good that we learned from it. So
and you don't like need to know exactly like he did this.
Right.
Like that's too much. You know what I mean? Because people, like I said, they will come back at you for that. So you definitely. And I was gonna say too, and it's not like we're cussing each other out and physically fighting. It's not like
Let's
that.
make that disclaimer.
Let's make
that ain't us.
we ain't going off on each other because people will immediately take that and be
That's
like,
what they're gonna see. Yeah. So it's not that. It's just
This isn't. See, that's the difference between YouTube and reality TV.
Yeah.
The whole
we're
purpose
not
of reality
Speak on
is
that.
for that, and YouTube, that's not the intention of it.
Yeah.
This ain't no reality TV show. This is real life, but not reality TV.
yes.
But the stuff we show, it's. I don't see there's no, it's just us.
Yeah,
So
we always had.
I think maybe our personality is made for it.
Yeah, we always had like people who looked up to us, or always just said like we inspired them and stuff. So we were just like, you know what, we've been doing it. We've been together for 16 years. So I feel like we got a little knowledge. We're always still learning. So that's not to say that we can't learn. And I think we're still learning and growing with each other as well, because we're not the same people we were 16 years ago. And I think that's important as well.
I mean, like, look, we go to counseling, we get help.
Yep.
We're not afraid to ask for help. We're not afraid to get, to just get other people's opinions. I think all of those, like, what you would call disclaimers, are those are what people need in a marriage.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out here acting like I have the best marriage. The reason why anybody would think anything like that is because we get help.
Yeah.
We're constantly asking for help and getting advice. We've been asking them since they've been coming here. Like, what do you guys do with kids? How do you handle this? How do you handle that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we learn from each other, just, in the sense what we were talking about at the table and going through the same thing at like the same time.
Yes.
Which is nuts to me. You
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm finna get this off my chest, and y'all are probably gonna be like, what?
And see, like we haven't gone to like counseling, but talking to other couples.
Yes.
It's like that's our little therapy session. Me and her, we're really good at communicating through the issues or whatever it is. But when we get to talk to like another married couple, and it's like the same scenarios, we're like,
It
oh
is.
man.
Yeah, it was good. So you get y'all some married friends as well. Those that are married, get y'all some good, healthy,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
healthy married friends. What are some things that you guys do, and we can talk about some of the things that we do to kind of balance like your family life versus like putting stuff on YouTube? Do you put everything on YouTube? You know, what's the balance?
Yeah, no, we don't record every day. We're not no daily vloggers, so I know, you know, like our schedule is like 1 to 2 videos a week.
And not to say we would never do it.
Yeah.
But we just
don't.
And we don't record, like you said, something about date nights and stuff. Sometimes we just don't want to record something. We'll do something as a family. Now I'll think about it and I'm just like, you know what? Knowing me, I'm not going to be able to really enjoy it. So I won't bring the camera.
Yeah.
We'll just do it.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you show some of those things in different ways. You don't have to show everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what helps a healthy marriage that is shown. Whether that's not just through YouTube, but through ministry, through you maybe being a, you know, social worker or a counselor. Like, there's just a balance of what you share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And I think there's a balance because as we started to grow on the business side of it and get more brand deals, etc., I think we've had to make sure that we're staying true to what the channel was originally designed for. We're staying true to each other. We're staying true to the message we want to give, etc., and not oversaturating or, you know, I think there's just a balance of all of that. But we don't work together, and this is an opportunity for us to be able to have that time together and have that experience of working together as a team.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, is working together as a team.
Yeah.
And through, I mean, not just through like YouTube, but even when we talk about building this house, like this was something that we had to learn, like more levels of what a team looks like. Before YouTube, we didn't do anything.
And they are building their house starting like
Oh, is that a secret?
next week or something.
No, that's not.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I thought y'all talked about it.
We don't know. I don't know when it's gonna actually start, but it's coming. I like how you talked that into existence.
It's starting next week in the name of Jesus.
I was about to say.
When you said about building the house, people say a house when you're building a house, that can either make you or break you. And we have been. It's not saying that it's gonna break us, but it has been times where we're like, ooh,
It's deep.
and we ain't even start building
we
yet.
ain't broke ground yet.
It's deep.
No,
It's deep.
it tests your ability to work together.
Yes.
And it tested our ability. I think that's even going to be a future conversation that we talk about, what that
Absolutely.
whole experience really looked like from a marital perspective. Because you're right, there are people who go through those things and don't come out in a good way.
Before we close, last thing, is there anything that you would give us, you know, now that you've been with us, seen us or whatever, like what are some things that you could tell us, you know, being YouTubers, new, any thoughts?
My thoughts is, off the bat, you guys are doing amazing. I mean, you guys are just absolutely doing a great job. Your pictures, the quality of your videos, everything looks great. So I'm just gonna say, just keep being consistent. If you can give your followers more videos,
That's gonna be it.
can we get more videos?
Once a week is a lot for us right now.
Now you threw that out there for my
That's-
community to hear it.
Now that's
Because
across
I'm part
all
of the
social-
community.
Hey, that's across all social media. I want more TikTok.
I want more stuff.
Instagram,
I need more stuff
and more
from y'all.
YouTube.
It's that good. I need more. And I feel like, I'm like, well, where's the other video? And I'm just being honest because I legit watch it. So I'm like, you're being exposed. Because I mean, other
I feel
than
hot. I feel hot.
That is
I mean,
something that we'll be working on
No.
2021.
I mean, you guys are doing an awesome job. Like,
Yeah.
if I could go back and do it again, I would try to mimic how you guys did it, because you just have like a consistency about how you're doing everything. Like ours is kind of like we had to build up and get used to it, but you guys just off the bat just came with it like, wow.
we had to know. Shout out Janae. But yes.
Oh, nice.
We try to do the once a week, you know, and stay consistent with that. We maybe eventually we'll be strong enough.
2021, we got some stuff for you guys, so stay tuned.
But we just wanted to say Happy New Year from our family, including this little one who is so big now. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
It's been 9 months. Not even 9 months.
Such a big girl.
Yay!
Guys, if we show her birthday when she's 1, you'll probably just see me crying.
She's such
I
a
believe
big
it.
girl.
She's growing so fast.
She's
But-
growing so fast.
But again, we want to say thank you to the Curly Coopers for joining us, not just for this
Yes.
video, for the whole week.
Oh,
we have
yes.
had a blast.
They have cooked for
Boy,
us.
we had a ball.
They have done everything that we could possibly imagine. We were not expecting to have a gourmet chef here, but Curtis is a chef.
His biscuits though?
We'll show some stuff later, so stay tuned.
Oh yeah,
But-
this is family now.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
Just so you know,
Absolutely.
y'all didn't know. Okay.
Absolutely. So we have a safe trip back, and everyone, please again make sure that you look at their stuff.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe to their YouTube channel, to their Instagram. Support them. They have amazing content that I know you all would love if you like our stuff.
We love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.